So you're welcome back to today's broadcast. In fact, things that is going on in this country called Nigeria is somehow annoying because what you'll be seeing that cannot be possible or cannot work in another country, but in Nigeria, it is working. Then somebody will start asking, how come this will keep happening and people will not be talking and everything will be moving as if nothing is happening? But still, a worse thing, evil thing will keep happening and nobody will be talking about it. So, in today's video, according to the title, it says Sheikh Gumi rejecting Israeli and US military in Nigeria and call for the Turkey military base in Biafra land. You know, it had been a long time. The US, they have been trying their best to make sure that they have a military base in Nigeria. But the Nigerian government insists, mostly the CDS Musa, when he was still the CDS, but now he's now the army chief of army staff now. So he was then claiming that no any military base, no any foreign country or any military base foreign country that can be allowed in Nigeria. But recently we start seeing a lot of things concerning the issue of Turkey and the issue of having base in the country. Now they are now trying to shift that military base to the southeast for them to have a military base in the country, and they're claiming that the terrorists, they are there in the southeast. In fact, don't skip any part of this video. Try to watch it to the end for you to understand everything that is happening, because this our brother activist is going to explain to us a lot that is going on in this Tinubu government, a lot that is happening, and how Sheikh Gumi, the terrorist sympathizers, the terrorist sponsors, how they are pushing heavily for them to have a military base in Biafra land where there is no terrorist. And you all know what Turkey means. Turkey is an Islamic country, a country that sponsors terrorism, and a country that deal with a lot of terrorism, sending terrorists their ammunition and a lot of things. In fact, I was about to watch, like, subscribe and share it, and don't skip any parts so that you understand things going on in this video.
Hey viewers, so once again welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, I bring the very best. Jubilation in the northern part of Nigeria, as Sheikh Gumi has said before, that they don't want Israel or America in Nigeria, that they are already in agreement with the Turkish government to come and pitch their tent in the southern east of Nigeria to come and help help Nigerians in any way they can. Currently, Turkey are sending their delegates down to Nigeria. Mr. Raf, what would you have to say? Is Sheikh Gumi winning on this one?
I think Sheikh Gumi is a sympathizer of terrorism in Nigeria, and if it happens that Sheikh Gumi prevail on federal government, to bring Turkey into Nigeria, it means that Tinubu will abscond comes 2027 election, because we can't tolerate a terrorist country having a military base in Igbo land. And let me tell you, who is Turkey? Turkey was a very staunch Christian country centuries ago. But you can see how systematically the Arabs, the Hamas, the terrorist group in Iran, systematically Islamized Turkey. The way the Fulani hegemony that are abusing, slaughtering Nigerian Christians, were the same hegemony in Turkey. From the same ancestry, how they subjected Christians in Turkey to what? Systematic genocide, killings, with this kind of craft that we are seeing today in Nigerian politics. The Fulani hegemony, they came out en mass, aligning with Turkey when Buhari was in power. Buhari has been visiting Turkey, and they started this agenda of Fulani bandits, Mahmuda and Lakarua, that has taken over virtually all the Nigerian geography or topography. They began to kill and slaughter Christians in Turkey until in 1978, let me shock you. A young man from Turkey shot Pope John Paul on the chest. This is a history. I think they trace his origin to Palestine. But he was jailed. Pope asked for forgiveness. Just imagine. This was how systematically Turkey was overtaken by Islamic radicals. Islamic extremists took over Turkey till date. Turkey is no longer among EU member nations. The membership of EU, they denied Turkey, was due to radicalization of Muslims in that country. So right now, if you study bombing of USA, September 9/11, September, just let me use the word 9/11 during George Bush era in 2001. It was Egypt, it was Turkey, it was among them the terrorists that bombarded America. Turkey was among Turkey nationalities. Egypt, Mohammed Atta was the one actually struggled with the pilot on the cockpit to bombard White House. I don't know whether you understand. Until they fought it, the bombardment of White House was actually eluded because of the effort of the crew, cabin crew. So let me tell you, Turkey is a terrorist country number one in the Middle East. They are not among the EU member nations. Gumi Sheikh that suggested this to Bola Ahmed Tinubu must have had a secret meeting with him so that Islamization will succeed in the southeastern Nigeria. If the Turkish military invade southeastern Nigeria, they will allow Boko Haram and the Lakru and Mahmuda to work hand in hand with them, thereby subjecting the Igbos to this kind of terrorist attack that will diminish the population of Igbo on alarming rates. Let us wait and see how the ESN and the Israeli military forces IDF should tackle Gumi suggestion and Tinubu policy of allowing Turkish military base in the southeastern Nigeria. But Ahmed Tinubu, I can see Kwara, I can see Akure, all the palaces in these two states have been vacated by the Obas. The monarchs are no longer in their various compounds because of incessant attack by the bloody Fulani bandits. Why not sending Turkish military to go and have base in Akure? Why not sending Turkish military to go and have bases in Ofa, Woro community, all over Kwara State, where these bandits, Fulani terrorists, are operating on daily basis, if not hourly. Listen, it is only in Igbo land. Tinubu, you have failed. Sheikh Gumi, you have failed. This policy can never work. We don't need Turkey. We are not advising that you send terrorist country into Igbo land to have their, terrorist tent, not base. Terrorist pitch or camp, not base. So this time around, I suggest you corner them to southwest to have base here, not in the southeast. All your agreement, all your deadly agenda have actually failed you. Game over. America and Israel, they have been the number one. We've made an agreement with them. We are the southeasterners. The land belongs to us, not to Nigeria. Biafra could resist any military base, having to do with the Turkish or Turkey themselves in the southeastern Nigeria. Samuel Mawan Joku is there. Nnamdi Kanu is fast coming out. I think it's just an empty threat, a propagandum that could not even realize. It can never be realized. It's an empty threat.
Well said, Mr. Rife. A very important subscriber of mine asked a very important question. Has Nigeria now become a country where someone doesn't have the authority to worship whatsoever he or she wants to worship?
No, freedom of worship is abandoned many years ago. I could remember so vividly in 2015 when the entire country, even Christians, gang up against a Christian president in the person of Goodluck Jonathan. They called him bad luck. Reverend fathers, pastors, they actually sponsored a radical Muslim, Muhammad Buhari, to have an edge upper hand over Jonathan election. And it happened in 2015. Goodluck Jonathan was voted out. Redeemed Church actually worked hard to make sure that Ochibanjo become vice president, of which he was actually. And Jonathan was booted away. Jonathan, a Christian, failed because the entire country supported a Muslim radical in the person of late Muhammad Buhari. He won the election, and the freedom of worship in Nigeria began to reduce. It slackened since 2015, and it still slackens. Where there is nothing like freedom of worship again in Nigeria. What they want in Nigeria now is a systematic Islamization of the southwest, southeast, the entire country of Nigeria. They want to Islamize, let everybody become Muslim. To fear, as an Igbo man, I speak. I refuse to become a Muslim. I refuse to worship Allah or Muhammad. Freedom of worship is still on course in the southeastern Nigeria. Nobody could stop it unless I found myself in Kanu State, which of course I know not possible. I'm an Igbo man. I refuse to be Islamized. I refuse to bow before Sultana of Sokoto. I refuse to bow before all this religious policy that has not gone well with the people of southeastern Nigeria. I refuse to bow before religious intimidation. I'm an Igbo man with a difference, and I'm telling you that the southeastern Nigeria will never fall before Islam. No freedom of worship, secular worshiping in Nigeria again. Why? Because Tinubu had an agenda with the hegemony. That's why he has turned his back on the killings going on in the southwest and mid-belt against Christian genocide. He actually tweeted, "No Christian is dying." Let me tell you, the Fulani hegemony actually caged this administration to maintain the agreement they had together. Look at Sedano Sokoto. He's not saying anything about the killings of innocent Christian women during the Palm Sunday worship, during the Modern Sunday. Even this 2 days or 3 days ago on Sunday, Christians were slaughtered in Plateau State, Jos to be precise. Look at what is going on across the entire Woro community in Kwara State. They have abandoned their villages. They ran away to avoid killings by Fulani bandits. Who are the Fulanis? Anyway, Fulanis are all over Nigeria in various urbanities and localities. We know them. We don't need to work hard to differentiate the Fulanis from the Igbo, from the Yorubas. The Fulanis are everywhere, yet nobody is asking questions. They are coming in their large numbers. When it overwhelms localities and various villages in Nigeria, their next port of call is township, urbanities. You can see it coming, and that is what is going to spell a total Islamization of Nigeria. It is coming.
Well said, Mr. Ralph. Finally, a Fulani man was crying on social media saying that why is people isolating him because he wanted to travel to another state. Any bus he enters, they'll run away. So now passing information that why are they tagging everything that happens in Nigeria to the Fulanis? That is not supposed to be like that.
Thank you so much. He's a liar. He's a bloody liar. If you allow me, I will tell you that the man is a Muslim pig. Listen. The whole terrorist activities perpetrated in the north, in the mid-north, in Yoruba land, in Igbo land, are credited to the Muslims. Who are the Muslims? Muslims are the terrorists all over the world. You don't see a Christian that derive joy slaughtering or slitting the throats of his fellow men or human beings. It is the Muslims. Who are the Muslims in Nigeria? The people that could stop at nothing from worshiping Allah, killing people, slitting people's throats, inciting or chanting Allah Akbar are the Fulanis. The man that has given you people this information that people are avoiding him in the public places, he should go and do what? Cure himself of this blood-letting disease that has infested the Fulani race over the years in Nigeria. I want you to do your feasibility studies in the whole Sahel countries of West Africa. I name them. Mali. In Mali today you have radicalized Islamists that are operating as terrorists in Mali together with Al-Qaeda. Do you have feasibility studies? Go to Burkina Faso. Who are the militias attacking Ibrahim Traore, a good leader in his 30s? Today they are the Fulani militia employed by France to actually depose him from his administration. Currently the Fulani militias are the problem the Burkina Faso military forces are facing today in the Sahel, Africa. Then again, what about Niger? ISIS. They are the group of Al-Qaeda operating freely in Niamey and other province in Niger as a country in Sahel desert. Today, they are the Fulani militia. The original tribe, the original Hausa from Niger are not terrorists, but the Fulani hegemonists, Fulani wanderers, Fulani terrorists, Fulani bandits. They wander from place to place. All northern, southern Algeria, southern Morocco, southern Chad, everywhere have been infiltrated by the Fulani desert Tuaregs. They live in the desert, they operated in the bush, they have nothing to do with urbanities or township, they don't even go to school. It is only the Fulani elites that had little Western education that sent their children to school and they live in the township. But if you ask me, I will tell you, all of them, 100% the same blood, sanguinary blood running in their veins. They are blood wasters. They all originated from the descendants of Cain. Cain actually slaughtered his brother Abel, and from today they are here. Since then, God caused Cain. You will be killing and killing wherever you go. You will be rejected. Wherever Fulani man goes today, he is rejected because he actually, originated from his ancestry. Cain is it. The Fulani are guilty of terrorism across the Sahel countries of Africa. That's why they were banned in Angola. They were banned in Ghana. I'm just giving you instances how Gambia actually ostracized the Fulanis not to be part of their government, not to be part of cattle rearing in Gambia. They are called the Fula. The Fula are bloodletting race, actually trying to overcome, cage and manipulate, infiltrate the entire continent of Africa. But they have failed in this part of the world. Very short time, Nigerians will begin to understand reasons why they should actually expel the entire Fulani race out of this country. I am a Biafran man. I don't have any blood ties or relationship whatsoever with Chua Arab, with people that dwell on the southern Algeria, southern Morocco, in Niger, in Chad. I am of Jewish extraction. My ancestry is traced to Israel. We don't kill, we don't waste blood. It is an abomination in the sight of God. People that are wasting blood are calling the name of their God while slaughtering fellow human beings. They are of Fulani race. Fulani is needed to face expulsion, absolute banishment from Nigeria. We don't need them.
Finally, Mr. Raf, in this moment of turbulent period, a message of hope to your brothers and sisters in diasporas and around the world.
Yeah, Igbo ganunti, Igbo kwanu, Igbophobia. Igbophobia, I explain. Igbophobia meaning Igbo hate. Reasons why, if you mention Igbo in the gathering of Yorubas, they will begin to fight you. Reasons why, if you speak Igbo where Urobo, Isoko, our sisters are gathering, they will look you anya somehow. Igbophobia is it. That's why Fulani can never sleep without hating, abhorring, or detesting Igbo man. Everything Igbo man does, Fulani people can never see it as a right thing. Igbo man developing Nigeria, being the scientist, technologist in Nigeria, Fulani man can never see it as a good development in Nigeria, is because they have hatred on Igbo. My advice is, Igbo, fear na akananya, nekwa ndi Turkey ka ha na-abịa ka ha wela na Igbo. They are coming to occupy, to do what? Implement, yes, fund, finance Islamization agenda that started almost 3 centuries ago with Ottoman Dan Fodio, the first jihadist in West Africa. Unu ekwekwana ka ha succeed na Igbo. Turkey na-abịa, military base in Igbo land, Igbo in America, Igbo in Britain, Igbo all over the world. Come, let us fight Turkey. Having military base in Igbo land is an abomination. From there, they will infiltrate us, they will Islamize us. That was how they Islamized Turkey many years ago. Igbo man, say no to Turkey military base in Igbo land. Is an abomination. We will never allow it. Samonekpa can never. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not happy with that. The entire Biafran struggle, faithfuls in America, they will never like it. Igbo American soldier or army veterans, they will never allow it. Come en masse, let us fight this, sickness that is coming to infest Igbo man in the southeastern Nigeria. We say no to Islamization.
Thank you very much, my viewers. You've heard it all.
Oh yes. That is a very powerful speech. This our brother, he has already said everything, the way everything is going. The issue of Turkey coming into Nigeria to have military base in Biafra land, it is something that people need to look into very well. They need to look into it. And imagine when the US came for them to have a military base in Nigeria, the Nigerian government fought them back and front so that they will not have it. And in fact, both the Israel, when they are trying to come to help to chase away these terrorists, this terror that has already taken over all the whole place in the country, but the northern caliphates, the Fulanis, the Sultan of Sokoto, he never accepted it. Look at this one now. It does not even go to anywhere. They start allowing the brother Turkey, that is an Islamic nation, to come in to take over Nigeria by giving them a base in Biafra land. Sometimes when we come out to speak or to say things like this and to review the truth, people, they will think it is just ordinary content. That is not ordinary content. If you look very well what is happening in the country today, many things is happening, but the people, the mainstream media will not tell you the truth, and the government, they will not tell you the truth until when the worst is taking over, before you will see some of them speaking. But where it used to baffle them or where it used to weaken them is because of, before they do anything, most of those medias, most of those content creators, most of those bloggers, they don't know how they used to pick their information and they will start spreading it to the world. And that is what used to weaken them this time. The other time, the Sultan of Sokoto claimed that social media is a terrorist, because social media is a place where they expose all their evil, all their atrocity, everything they are doing is being exposed through social media. And then they have tried all their means to stop it, but no way. This time they have come with their issue of giving Turkey a base in Biafra land. In fact, it used to happen like a magic, but finally it will come true. Just recently we saw them when they granted 744 repentant Boko Haram. They granted them amnesty. They give them, they put them into the military, police, and other sectors in the country, and also put them into society. Some of them, now you ask them where did they deploy some of the soldiers, they will tell you it is the southeast. Most of them, all of them, they are in the southeast. And then now, this time, the issue of calling Turkey into the country, giving them a military base, is the same thing. In fact, starting from the day they say that they ended the Biafran civil war to date, they did not accept it. They have not accepted that the Biafran civil war has ended. They never. What they are still doing is they are still fighting Cold War. They are still fighting Cold War. That is why you see them every day. They will be telling you they are chasing IPOB, ESN. They are chasing ESN terrorists. And the little thing they do, they will tell you that they catch ESN terrorist group in the southeast. But they will never tell you that they catch Fulani terrorists in the north or in the southeast or anywhere in the Nigeria. But who are the people that is causing trouble? Everybody knows them, but they will never accept and tell you the truth. Oh yes, and the issue of Igbophobia, it has already eaten the fabrics of the Yorubas and other parts of Nigeria. The hatred of Igbo, other parts of Nigerian have hated Igbo due to nothing, due to their progress and due to their success whenever and wherever they find themselves. That is the main reason why they hate Igbo. They did not hate Igbo for any other thing. That's because of that the Igbo man is more successful, more progressive, more favored anywhere they find themselves, because that blessing is upon them. The blessing of the Lord is upon them. Then other tribe hates them. They hate them. So no matter whatever they do to you, no matter whatever people do to you, if God is with you, nothing any human being can do to you. As long as God is with you, as long as you are doing what God wants you to do, no matter whatever people do, that will never bring you down. That has been what is there in Nigeria. That has been what is happening in Nigeria. Nigeria hates the Igbo for no good reason, and because of it, God has been blessing the Igbo. God has been blessing the Igbo, making them to be successful above their enemy and above those people who think that they will never see the light of tomorrow. In fact, a lot. Issue of caging Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa into prison, sentencing them. They think that they thought that it was end Biafra, it will stop Biafra, but they don't know that it will never. If you like, lock everybody in the southeast. The issue of Biafra will never end. They will keep spreading the message of Biafra, and they will keep singing the song of Biafra everywhere around the world, no matter whatever they do. Because we know that the Nigerian government, after they come, they will pay the governors, they will pay the senators, and they will pay some of those that are working with them, that they should silence and they should kill anybody who is talking or who is even talking anything concerning Biafra, so that they will silence it. But at the end, after everything, the good message will keep moving, and the good message will keep spreading all around the world, because they know that this message has come and it has come to stay, and nothing any human being can do to stop it. Nothing. We believe that very soon Mazi will come out. Very soon Simon Ekpa will also come out, and then they will start from where they stop and continue. We know that Ngozi Oraboeze, she's trying her best to keep the lights keep burning without making it to quench, and we believe that other Biafran activists that is around the world, they are also trying their best to make sure that every world hear the good message and understand what is happening and what is going on, and that good message, they will keep spreading it to the place where they need it most, not to this evil government, not for them to end in this. That is why you see everywhere in the world today, many countries, many people, many nations, they are talking and they are aligning with the Biafran issue, because they want to know what and what that is going in Nigeria as of today. In fact, a lot is happening, and a lot will keep happening. And after everything, we'll celebrate it. We'll celebrate the Biafran freedom very soon. That is what we know. Well, I would like to hear a comment down below. What do you think about the thing going on in Biafra land? Like, share, and comment down below. Let's see what is your thoughts, what is your mind. I will say thank you for watching.